It's time for some hostile therapy. All right, welcome to Hostile Therapy with Big Red. And we got returning again for the show, Miss Preezy. She's in the background somewhere. She got her thing on mute. All I see is her logo, Sparky T. She's on the show again for us tonight. Preezy, Sparky T.
What up, what up?
All right, there we go. We got one person.
Hey.
There we go. There's the other one there. How y'all guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How you doing?
Good.
Hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh yeah, it's hot as hell. It's definitely hot.
Hot. It is hot out here.
Now, I experienced it more than a little bit firsthand today because my battery died today. Wow,
In your car?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like,
Your battery died when your car was running?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Which I originally thought was going to be the alternator, so I'm glad it wasn't that. But yeah, while I was driving, while I was at a traffic light, you know, all the lights came on the dashboard. I'm like, uh-oh, it's either going to be the battery or the alternator. It ended up being the battery, which was better, but I had to get it off the road and then get another battery, which, you know, dipped into my pockets a little bit. But, you know, we good. We'll get it back someday.
I totally understand.
I think it was probably around 97, 98 today when that happened.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah, with the humidity today, it felt like 100.
Yeah, North Carolina humidity is the worst kind of heat there is. But
second only. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Can y'all have a tornado?
No, not a literal one. Maybe my day was a tornado in a way, but not a real tornado. No.
A couple of days ago, Rocky Mount and Battleboro had a little.
They might have.
Yeah, they had a bad storm.
They might have. I didn't know about it.
It was the rain, but it was raining real bad. Like at the end of last week, we had a little storm too. We didn't have no tornado. Which I'm not in Rocky Mount. I'm in Charlotte, but still, the weather been a little bad though.
Yeah, you're never gonna know what this weather's gonna be because one week, actually, like all July almost, it rained. Seemed like every damn day, and then when it didn't rain, it was extremely hot.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be some hurricanes, big ones coming up in August. Hopefully not, but
yeah, we have a heat advisory in New York City. Con Edison was like, turn your ACs down.
Turn it down.
Yeah, it's too much.
Oh yeah, the temperature. Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, they'll do it for you.
Really?
Yeah. If it's too much, you could tell that the ACs went down. So they doing it.
How did they turn it down?
I don't know how they turn it down, but they have control where they can lowering the voltage in houses. Yeah. Because everybody, one of my friends was like, did your AC go down? And I said, that's Con Edison doing that. She said, because we had it on high, and that's them doing it. Because they know people are not going to do it.
Yeah. I guess like a water advisory when they got to tell people.
Yeah, but I need them to not be turning my AC down in my house.
Yeah.
I gotta pay my Con Edison bill. You ain't giving me no price break while you cutting down my damn voltage. And I get that you want me to cut it down, you know, because everybody needs to get air, and I get that. Well, maybe y'all need to upgrade. If every time it gets hot, we got to turn our stuff down, y'all might need to upgrade a little bit.
Yeah, they turn it. If you don't, they give you the warning, you know, turn it down. So
my thinking it must be.
Don't be no blackouts.
That's what I'm thinking. It must be.
Yeah.
They don't want any blackouts, and then nobody
Yeah,
has
the
any
power
AC.
grid.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It must be, and if that's the case, then yeah, I guess I understand that, because who wants to have no AC versus?
I mean, I understand it. I mean, I know about the power grid and stuff. I understand it, but all I'm saying is, if you the only person that I can get service from, so you already got a monopoly, you charging me out the yin yang. If you know that we have too much power on the grid, instead of trying to require for all the people on the grid to turn their stuff down, why don't you upgrade your grid? Y'all clearly making an ass load of money. Y'all the only ones getting paid for power in the area. Y'all got the bread to do some upgrades, but instead of doing upgrades, you would rather, you know what I'm saying, turn people's stuff down.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
You know where it's gonna come from, though. They're gonna charge us. They're gonna tax us for the infrastructure to be redone. So, and nobody.
But they taxing us anyway. Yeah, they're taxing us anyway. Think about it. The price on everything has gone up so much right now, regardless of whether they're making upgrades or not. They're still increasing the prices. Prices on some stuff have doubled, and you're still not getting a better quality, more upgrade, no nothing. And I understand at times, COVID has supply chains messed up and stuff like that. Now, some people just riding with it. Supply chain's been back in order. Prices ain't went back down, except on eggs. I did see that.
Yeah. Oh, you said eggs. Yeah, you're right about that. I remember that was a controversy earlier this year. Nobody could get any eggs.
Yeah, they came back down. I was surprised. I got an 18. I got 18 the other day for about $2. And at one time, 18 eggs was about $9 or something. Because I was like, come on, y'all, about $8 or something. Yeah. Yep. And the other day when I went in the store, I was like, oh, they under $2. They right here at $2. Oh shit, we snapping back. I got happy over the eggs. Not that I eat that many. It was just something that I knew that the price was really bad on. So I was happy that it to come down.
Yeah, you remember we had a shortage of wings, chicken wings, but we had thighs for some reason, which I still don't understand.
We had a shortage of wings?
Yeah, because the chicken got 2 thighs and 2 wings. So how you got a shortage of one, but not a shortage of other than people eat a bunch of chicken wings and not as much. People don't eat as many thighs.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, but it still comes from the same animal. So I'm like, well, I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
The same chicken. That's why I said you got 2 wings and 2 thighs. How we got so many thighs left, but no wings, like we was growing wingless chickens or something.
Yeah.
The other thing, the other day I was in the store, the chicken wings were $1.99 a pound, which has come down some, but the drumsticks was $1.59 a pound. I said, it's pretty bad when the drumstick and the chicken wing almost cost the same per pound. Yeah. It's never been that close.
Never.
It is now.
I was looking at something the other day with a McDonald's meme and just looking at how cheap McDonald's used to be.
Oh, yeah. Crazy, right?
Just to supersize a meal, it could be you could have got a meal for like $5 and a large meal on top of that.
You talking about back in the day?
Yeah, I mean just like the early 2000s.
That's considered back in the day. I was saying you weren't talking about something you saw now for no meals for $5.
I mean, like,
think about it. They don't even got dollar menus no more. Even the Dollar Tree then went up to $1.25.
Yeah, right.
Even the Dollar Tree then went up to $1.25. And you don't think it's that much because it's just a quarter. But if you go in there and lay down a nice amount of items, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting 5 things for $5, now you only get 4 things for $5. And depending on how many 5s, that's a lot of extra free things you could have gotten. So, and that's how you know that some people don't got to go up on stuff a bunch because they only went up a quarter and they're making it.
Right.
Yeah. But you also pay for a Dollar Tree too. You're going to get some Dollar Tree type items that are probably going to break within a day.
They don't last long, right?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what it is. I mean, I'm not going to Dollar Tree to buy nothing that I need to be super.
Wow.
I'm looking at her.
Look at what you used to get.
What year we talking?
I don't know. That's probably.
That's gotta be the 80s.
That's probably. It might not even be the 80s. It might be. Let's see. A Big Mac for 75 cents. A quarter pounder for 75 cents.
That's some 80s.
It's got to be the 80s because I worked at McDonald's in the
Wow.
90s, and the prices wasn't like that even then.
Ooh-wee.
It
45
said
cents.
shakes was 45 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might be the 70s. I don't remember that low in the 80s. It could have been.
The 70s, 79, 78, 79.
Yeah, it's got to be a long time ago.
That was about the price of gas. Remember, gas could be $1 or less at one point.
If McDonald's was there, what was White Castle? 5 cents? A burger?
When I moved to the Carolinas, which was in 89, gas was 89 cents in South Carolina. And I was learning how to drive. And here in North Carolina, it was right at about $1. It was like 90 something, right about $1.01. But I had never been to South Carolina at the time, coming from Connecticut. So when we went over the line, like past Carowinds, I was like, "Man, that gas is 89 cents." Couldn't believe the gas was 89 cents a gallon.
What year was that?
That was in 89.
89.
89 to 90, yep.
I can remember under $1 gas in 99, 98, 99. I can remember that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. At least where I was in North Carolina, I can remember that. I remember it started going up like around time when George Bush got in office for a number of reasons, and it's never.
About to say which Bush, the daddy or which one you talking about?
The son.
Got you.
And I remember too, and I think I mentioned this on the show before, and I know this is different for this region. I'm sure it's probably happened way before it happened here. We didn't have where you had to prepay for a long time. You could just go and get gas and then pay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like that for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Until it was a bad gas shortage. I think maybe 2000, 2001. And gas started going, pretty high around that time. And then people started stealing gas. And it was like, we got to fix this. Then they started doing prepay here. I'm pretty sure they did it in other regions before it got here. But yeah.
Oh, wow. Pay for the gas. Get the gas first and then go pay. Wow.
Yeah. We had an honor code out here.
That's some trust crap, boy.
Right. I
don't know. Remember that up here.
Yeah, it's gone now. They ain't never.
Well, I know we had that here too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it here in Charlotte when I was young in Connecticut. Though I don't really remember. I wasn't doing nothing with gas, but that's just like here. You don't really see full service stations. Even when we first got here, you didn't see many full service stations. At home, almost everything is full service. Well, it used to be, where you don't pump your gas, just like on the turnpike, where you can't pump your own gas on the Jersey Turnpike. Here, they don't have nowhere that really pumps your gas for you. So it's a trip and a difference.
And I'm not sure why either. I'm not sure why that's not a big thing or a bigger thing. I would think more people would want people to pump.
Well, I think before it used to be a thing because it was part of service. You know what I'm saying? They gave you the service. They washed your windows. You gave them a little tip. Kind of like bathroom attendants. They do like the extra little things, so you give them extra little money like that. But people ain't tipping the man washing their windows no more. So I guess they said we're gonna do away with this.
Yeah.
Possibly so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get in the first story there. We're not going to do the main topic because we ain't got everybody like I need here today. But we're going to talk about just briefly what happened with that Carly Russell story. I don't know if y'all got any update on what recently happened.
I know. Yeah, I read something that said that she sent out a statement through her attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she confess?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
A BS confession, I would say. I'm going to pop the video up and I'm going to let you look for yourself. She didn't personally come up in front and say something. She had her representation come up and say something for her, which, again, I think that's some BS for that. I think she should have stood tall, 10 toes down, and said what she actually did. And especially if she want people to forgive her. but she did not do that. She had someone else talk for her. Let me play this video right quick. Here we go. Hopefully this is the right video.
Talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carly Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carly to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or at any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carly as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carly, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case.
Wow. Meanwhile, there's the other black women out there that are really missing, that are really dead. Wow.
I want to know where she was at, though.
In the bushes, eating popcorn.
She wasn't in the bushes for no 49 days.
Yeah, I want to know why
she's
did.
never said where she was at.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 49 days?
What's that?
Wasn't it 49 days? No, 49 hours. 49 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She still wasn't in the bushes for those 49 hours either.
She went from
not just sitting in the bushes.
It was a long highway.
I want to know the why. Why would you do this? Because
you see at the end of the statement, he puts the thing on there about please pray for her while she's dealing with her issues, alluding to there's something wrong with her. She might have mental health issues or something.
No, I'm not doing that. We already gave her prayers already. I've rescinded the prayers. They're back. They're back in the box. You don't get any more. You use your one prayer. That's it.
Yeah, she got prayers for safe return, and she returned safely from her own shit. So that's it.
I returned safely today. Nobody prayed for me when my battery went out. I didn't put out. Right. I was missing out on the road when my battery went out.
I got pulled over by the cops today. Like I had a real situation. Like I got pulled over by the cops today. Wasn't nobody praying for me to make sure I made it away from that situation.
See, I would have had a press conference for you. If you had told me, I would have made a whole press conference.
See, you might have needed to. I ain't gonna front though. The dude's name was Officer Jones, and I was appreciative for Officer Jones because he let me go with a warning today. A verbal warning too, not even nothing written. So I ain't tripping on him. I'm just saying that, Huh?
What was it for?
He said that my car wasn't registered right.
Oh, okay.
My tags wasn't right. So, yep. So I was appreciative.
What I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is that, and I don't know how true it is, that she did it to get the attention of an ex-boyfriend. That's what I'm hearing. Because I guess he wasn't paying her no attention. He didn't value her as she wanted it to be. And so she was like, well, I'm pretending like I'm gone. I'm off the face of earth like I got kidnapped. And then he's going to be worried and he's going to be crying. And then once I'm returned safely, wink, wink, then he's going to want to get back together with me. We'll have many kids and we'll be married and then we'll live happily ever after.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And yeah, that is crazy. And another thing that's crazy too, I'm gonna speak on is I don't want to hear this mental health thing. Some things you just fuck up and you just need to be reprimanded for it. It's the same thing like people who shoot up schools. I don't want to hear mental health all the time. You just messed up. and you need to be reprimanded for it. And it's the same. If we don't want to give them grace, I don't want to give her grace with this too. She just messed up. She made a messed up decision in what she did. I don't want to give Jussie Smollett any grace. If somebody say he got mental issues, well, you still go to prison. I mean, you supposed to go to prison. He didn't because he had Jussie Smollett money. He just got probation. But
Hey,
for the
mental
most part, I don't care about mental issues for everything. It's not always mental issues. Sometimes you just mess up. You know, in life, I'm sure you guys have messed up. And it wasn't because of mental issues. It's because you just made a bad decision. She made a bad decision. And she need to pay for it. You can't let everybody off. I see people in comments talking about, well, let it go. She probably went through something. Why you immediately go to that? Why can't she just mess up? And she just has to pay for it. So the next person won't do that. Or else everybody's going to say, well, I had a mental issue. So that's why I did what I did. Please forgive me. No. You used up your forgiveness prayer already. You don't get another one.
What about
They seeking misdemeanor charges. They seeking misdemeanor charges against her. They said 2 misdemeanor charges.
What's the charges for? Does it say?
Hold on, let me see. I'm reading it. It just came out. It says seeking 2 misdemeanor charges against Carly Russell. Prosecutors say charges that could be filed in Alabama against Carly. Maximum of 1 year prison sentence. Are seeking 2 charges. Who went missing? Just tell you what the charges are. Hold on. Let's go through the whole thing about what she did. Hold on. Later time. Let's take this. Let me see. Police are seeking to charge Russell with false reporting to law enforcement authorities and falsely reporting an incident, both of which are misdemeanors and carry a maximum punishment of 1 year in jail. Because she could get 2 years, basically. 1 year for the false police report and 1 year for reporting the false incident, for falsely reporting the incident.
So do y'all think that she should go to jail for a year?
Yes. I thought she would probably get more than that. I thought maybe somehow that would be a felony, but I guess not. You know, but that's about the same that they were going to give Jussie Smollett. They were going to give him, I think, about a year. But again, his lawyer did some tricks, and he only had 1 day in jail, I think, and then he just got a couple years probation.
Mm-hmm.
So
she probably ain't got Jussie Smollett money, so she might end up doing a little bit of time.
I hear her parents are pretty rich, though. That's all I'm hearing.
You said her parents are pretty rich?
Yeah. You know, I don't know how they're gonna feel about her after finding out, you know, this whole time, but that's crazy either way. I think you should get more time than that, but because that just makes it more likely somebody end up doing this. All you're gonna get is a year in prison. She'll do that on standing on top of her head.
She'll do 8 months.
Mm-hmm. Knowing that she probably gonna try to hide somewhere in prison. Try to follow missing report in there.
When they trying to go to the cafeteria, she hiding. When they doing a count,
Where Carly Russell at?
1, 2. She ain't in herself.
She under the table.
Underneath
under the table.
Get underneath my mom, underneath the table. Yeah, that was a real.
You know, the ex-boyfriend spoke out.
Very immature.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, okay, so it says Simmons. He said it says here he spoke out about the dishonesty surrounding her disappearance. It says, I was made aware of the false narrative after coming to the defense of my ex, Carly Russell. He said in a statement shared on Instagram, July 25th, myself and my family's nature was to react in love and genuine concern. We are disgusted from the outcome of this entire situation. I strongly feel exactly like you all, blindsided with Carly's actions.
No love.
It says, though Simmons noted that it's still an ongoing investigation, he added that with all the recent information and with Carly's confession, now we can gain closure with this situation. He concluded his note with a message of gratitude, thanking all who aided in helping with the search for their he thanked everybody for their unwavering support. So if she
what
did
he's
all that
saying
to
is,
get his attention, she got his attention, but it negatively, because whatever little ground you might have gained, now like you lied, chick.
I don't
so,
want you.
so there's no
Look,
chance of
if
them
you
getting
go
back
this
together, huh?
far, come on now. If you go this far, what else would you do? Come on, a national search and all this crap and whatever.
Right.
It costs the county money.
You would think that she would have to pay some of that money back,
Probably
or
do.
all of it.
She probably do have to pay community service, whatever.
Mhm.
Allow her to do no time. But
That's probably what's going to end up happening. That's probably what's going to end up happening with the charges and stuff like that. She got to pay restitution. It costs a whole bunch of money to have all them police searches and stuff.
She ain't definitely getting hired nowhere.
I don't know how that's gonna happen. If she was a regular person and this didn't make national news, ironically, that's what we wanted, more of these type of stories to make national news, not the hoax, but the black woman missing, and then we go searching for them. But she wasn't infamous. Now she might be able to go to different jobs and not have to worry about it, and it just be her record. But now people are going to just recognize her. And then they were like, no, you can work here because you're making my customers angry because they remember what happened. You making them triggered because they actually had somebody that got kidnapped. And now they see that in your face. You can't work here. You're going to cost me money. Can't be no nurse, especially because that's what she was before that.
Get that. She's going to have to be like Martin. Remember Martin in the episode?
Welcome to Hoochie Burger.
Take your order. Yeah, her reputation is... This happened years ago with a situation. Al Sharpton was defending a young lady. She claimed that men attacked her in New York. It was an incident that happened. Brianna, no, not Brianna. It was another young lady. She did everything. She lied and said men did something to her. And then they said it really never happened. I don't know why people do that when there's people out there that's really being kidnapped and abused and killed. It's crazy. You couldn't come up with nothing else to make your boyfriend or your ex.
Well, can't you just send him some naked pictures or something? Wouldn't that have been better?
Hey, in the shower. Hey.
Damn, why you gotta go this far? That required a lot of work.
Yeah, this was just, I don't know.
Boy, I bet she was hell playing hide.
This was a lot.
This was too much.
She go play hide and seek. And they're like, where's Carly at? They never find her. And then she come back like hours later, like, guys, the Ku Klux Klan just kidnapped me. And I barely made it back. They almost chopped my foot off. And they shot me in the back, but I'm back now. Like, Carly, really?
I was right here. Yeah. Her jokes must have been outrageous. Just kidding jokes. They must have been crazy.
Oh, yeah, she gonna get in trouble. Crime Stoppers had to refund $63,000 in reward money.
Ooh.
It says key points. It says police seeking 2 charges against Carly Russell. Carly admits that she was never kidnapped. Crime Stoppers refunding $63,000 in reward money. It talks about her looking up the movie Taken, of course, we knew that, and then her lawyer saying he apologizes to the community and stuff. I hadn't seen the thing about the $63,000 yet.
Wow.
It says 42. How much did the cost for Carly Lee cost? Let me see, how much did the search cost? Says we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working on getting one, and not only ours, but the other agencies that gave us a lot of support. Crime Stoppers of over 60,000 in the search were returning the money to the donors. So Crime Stoppers had raised, I guess, 60-something thousand from people, and so they returned all the money back to the people that donated it for her, reward.
Okay. I was wondering, like, how they gonna give them back the money? Okay, they're just gonna refund it to them. Guess there wasn't no anonymous donors up there.
Wow.
Unless they just got to put it back on a card. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, they might not be anonymous after they know that they're giving them their money back. They might come out of anonymity then to get their bread back.
Right. Yeah, I was like I said, I think we probably talked about that last time. Was we gotta get out of this mindset. I think of not to look into every incident where someone is kidnapped, murdered, or whatever, but to have an open mind to look at the evidence first. Just don't jump in head first, and for a person you don't know, especially to think, well, they're automatically innocent. They automatically are the victims here, because remember we had Susan Smith those years ago, South Carolina. They end up accusing a black guy of kidnapping her kids, and then it come to find out that she took her own kids, put them in a car, and drowned them in a lake.
Wow, yeah, that was terrible.
People tried to comfort her parents, Nick. People tried to comfort her parents, Nick, about this money that was donated and stuff. And her mom released a statement. It says a whole bunch of rumors were coming up, questions swirling about what was going to happen to the thousands of dollars raised to help bring her home. It says, contrary to rumors, Miss Russell's family did not appear to have gained from the financially from the donations. Her mother released a statement
breaking up a little bit,
that the family did not accept any money on the toppers of a nonprofit which accepts anonymous tips.
Breaking up a little bit, Sparky, you're freezing a little bit.
Offers rewards for information. That has refunded the large. Oh, sorry. You got it. It said it was just saying that the Crime Stopper, it said that they have given the money back to the largest donors.
Oh, she freezing.
You freezing bad, Sparky. No, I'm looking at something with her parents or mother was talking about not responding to Carly Russell's lies or kidnapping hoax or whatever. Now is not a good time. Talitha Robinson Russell said, now is not a good time. Hours after being told that her daughter admitted to an attorney that she made a fake story about being kidnapped. That's gotta be embarrassing, man. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, because not only she can't show her face, Carly, but her, mother and father, they got to deal with the backlash with this because, like Sparky's talking about, people are thinking they were in on it. I heard people saying they were mad at her job, thinking that somehow they had something to do with that. Her faking the kidnapping. I'm like, I don't know how that's connected, but people were calling them and saying, y'all helped her set up this whole hoax.
The Black and Missing Foundation issued a statement on Carly Lee Russell too. It's a nonprofit dedicating to bring awareness to missing people of color.
Mm-hmm.
They said, now that we officially know the truth, we can no longer give any more energy to this case, the foundation wrote. While Carly's revelation is disheartening, we will not be dismayed. There are far too many missing people of color who actually need our help and are counting on us to help bring them home. We are calling on our community to not let this single incident undermine our efforts to help us find us. We have shown that we have the power to make more cases a priority too, and we must move forward and build upon this momentum.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. I agree. The actions of her should not stop the actions for looking up other people who are actually missing and telling the truth.
It's a white woman that just did this too recently. Her name's Chloe. The girl Chloe or something. She did it because she wasn't graduating from college.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of reason is that?
It says the Pennsylvania woman was accused of faking her own kidnapping to avoid embarrassment after she failed to graduate from college, according to authorities. And it's got a big picture of her. She's 23. It says she's been charged with false alarm to public safety agency, falsely reporting an offense, obstructing of law, and a disobedience conduct. So if they didn't gave her 4 charges, Carly probably gonna get some charges. They made sure this is right in this all like in the same little scroll thing. The thing about the white girl came up too. So
what's her name? What's
her name? Her name is Chloe Stein. The last name is Stein and then Chloe. Chloe Stein. Doesn't say what school she was going to, but I'm sure if you research it, you'll get some information on her too.
Yeah, I'm trying to look her up.
Mm-hmm.
See. Okay, I see her here. Chloe Stein, cute Pennsylvania woman, faked abduction. Fake abduction sparked search because she dropped out of school. 23-year-old woman awaits court hearings in Pennsylvania after she was charged Wednesday with falsely reporting her own disappearance to police. Court documents show Chloe Stein of Jeanette, Pennsylvania, was released from jail earlier this week after allegedly creating an entire scenario to make people think she had been abducted Monday night. Let's see, when did this? Okay, this was May 4th, around May 4th, 2023.
Yeah, so around graduation time, you know, they get graduated around that May, June. So,
Let's see, what did
hey, I wonder if Carly got her idea from the stuff with Chloe.
Well, that's
Maybe she seen the story and was like, I wonder if I could do that better.
Let's see. Let's see.
Nuts.
Let's see. So what did she do? How did she pull this one off? She had been pulled over by police around 10:30 p.m. Monday, and then no one saw or heard from her afterwards. The following day, police began their search, but authorities realized there was no record of a traffic stop affiliated with Stein. By Tuesday, it was discovered the woman had abandoned her own car on the side of the road Monday night and walked a few miles. She was found not far from her home Tuesday evening after extensive search of the wooded area near her parked car. Stein reportedly told police she had been abducted at gunpoint by a man in a mask and was eventually released near her home. They're always releasing them near their home. That's the thing. They're comfortable with releasing them near their home. They don't release them in the middle of nowhere. So there's some nice kidnappers. But
right.
What's your address?
Huh?
They asked them what's their address.
Yeah, I know, right?
Kidnappers asking them what their address, right? It's like, how do they know what's close to their home?
Return to sender.
Do you want to go home or not?
I'm trying to keep you from walking too damn far now.
Right?
Yeah. I'm trying to be a nice kidnapper. You know,
right.
Not like punk ass, mean ass kidnappers out here. They'll drop you off in Arizona.
Right.
I'm just trying to be different.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
A public safety agency making false reports to authorities, disorderly conduct, and the obstruction of the administration of law. Let's see. Said the allegations against his client are completely out of character for Miss Stein. She is a very, very hardworking young lady. She's very well educated. She was top of her class in high school. Well, not college. So what does it matter? Top of her class in college because she failed. Yeah, he failed. That was years ago. That was 4 or 5 years ago. She was in high school. She's 23. Why did she fake her own appearance? She faked her appearance because she had dropped out of college. Man, shoot. You know, now you're going to have people making this excuse for missing work now. Like, why were you late to work? I got kidnapped, man. What you want me to do? And people going to follow that lie all the way through. And then they're going to find out 2 days later. We got video footage that you were at
Target getting some cheeses.
Yeah, getting some cheeses. And later that night, you went to the strip club. So it seems like you were in good spirits. You're fired.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So what's the lesson here, guys? What would, if you were to talk to your kids or grandkids or little nieces and nephews, what lesson would you teach them about this hoax? If they had an idea like, I'm thinking about doing this, what would you tell them?
Don't do it. Don't do it. There's repercussions behind every lie you tell. Don't do it.
Yeah, you'll be crying wolf because you keep saying that shit. Then when something really happened to you, ain't nobody gonna believe you because you just showed yourself to be a liar all the time.
That's why every kid should learn that story.
About the crying wolf. Yeah, you can't do that. Like you gotta be a person of your word. You ain't got nothing but your word and your name, and you don't want it to be a situation where when you say something, people don't take you for your word on face value because you lie so damn much.
Right.
All right.
You mess up your reputation for life.
Yours, your parents, your family.
Yeah.
Part of the lesson too, of course, for little girls, but for little boys too. You ain't gotta do none of this. You ain't gotta do all of this to get nobody's attention. You gotta do all of this to get somebody's attention. They ain't thinking about you. It would be one of them conversations too. Because you did all of this to get the attention of a man who still ain't thinking about you, and now it's even a worse situation because you lied and were deceitful. Like you was hustling backwards. You did all that for nothing.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just a cry for help. I don't know, but I don't too much want to hear the mental health thing on it either, because it seems like every time something happens, that's everybody's run to, that there's a mental health issue.
Right.
It's like it's become a cop out.
Yeah, exactly. Deal
And
with
for
it.
people with real mental health issues, that's bad, because there are people out there that really have issues, that have, issues processing different things, whatever they have going on, different chemical imbalances, different stuff. But, when the throw off is always that there's a mental health issue, it's kind of like desensitizing. We just keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it. So now it's almost like to be expected. When somebody does something, they're going to say they got some kind of mental health issue. And it's almost like it makes it invalid for the people that really do have something.
Right.
One crazy statistic I read when I was reading this, though, it says there's of the 500,000 people that have reported missing, 90,000 of them are Black women.
That is a high amount, right?
Yeah, I was just reading it. I was just reading it in the other stuff I was reading in the missing and Black and missing or missing in those the nonprofit company had a statistic out there, and she was saying that she was asking people not to get discouraged, because even though this was a hoax, there are still so many people of color that are truly missing. And
they only make up 7% of the population, because 13% is Black people. So I know there's more Black women than men. So that's probably about 7-8%.
Yeah, 90,000 of them.
That's a huge discrepancy with the numbers there. Froze up there, Sparky T. I'll say that is a huge, big difference.
Froze up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you froze up again. It froze up on a flattering pose right there for you there.
It's better now. I think what it is, I think my Wi-Fi tried to pick it up for whatever reason. I just turned it off. When that Wi-Fi tried to pick it up, it was like, It had to do me like it does Lord Trent. You know how when he be trying to say something good, they got to freeze him. So, since he ain't here today, it got to do it to somebody.
StreamYard's like,
Right, that's right. One of y'all getting glitched.
All right. We're going to move from this, and we're going to get something that's been popping up in the stratosphere the last week or so. Any of y'all a big fan of the comedian Jess Hilarious?
I am.
Y'all know who Jess Hilarious is? Or Precy is. You know who Jess Hilarious is? You might know she is if I show it to you.
On Wild 'N Out?
Yeah, she used to be on Wild 'N Out. She might still be on Wild 'N Out. I don't really watch Wild 'N Out like that now.
She used to do skits. She do skits on Instagram.
Yeah.
Comedy things.
With Country Wayne, I know one time. But, she actually does the stand-up comedian thing, too, because she's not just doing videos. But, yeah, she's on The Breakfast Club. I think she's still on there. She was guest appearing on there. I don't know if she's still up there, but she was up there for a good amount of time. But recently, she came out and was talking about what it means to be a woman, and talking against, transgender women seeming to take over the definition of what a woman is. And she caught some heat from it. And she had some transgender women coming back out at her. A lot of them, matter of fact. This has been a pretty big hot story the last week or so. I'm going to play a few videos. First, I'm going to try to get to what Jess Hilarious said first, and then the responses that came afterwards. And then I'm going to get your guys' opinions on what you think about it. Who do you agree with when it comes to this story? So let me find her video first. Here somewhere. Is this the video? Let me see. Okay, that's not it. That's another one. Let's see if this one is it.
I mean, when the
Yeah, this is it. Let me put it on the big screen. Okay.
Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
like, hello? I mean, when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods, you don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person, but as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like, hello?
Hello.
Okay, that's one video that popped up within the last week or so. Just to start off with that, let me ask you guys, what do you feel about the term cisgender women? Do you even agree to even want to use that term? Do you think it just should be women, or do you agree with the categories trans women, cisgender women, that you should be able to separate the two?
This is a mess. You know, I'm so tired of this. This transgender stuff. I'm not knocking.
You okay, Spark?
Just do what I want to do, but it's just too much. It's too much. I'm seeing the videos of the women arguing with the transgenders. They don't want them going in the bathroom. The lady said, "Listen, I'm not a reporter. I don't feel comfortable you coming in the bathroom." And the transgender, he's like, or she. I'm so confused. I don't know what to say. Well,
You don't want to get in trouble for that. Right.
No, I want to be careful. I have the right to use the bathroom, and she's like, well, they need to make bathrooms for you guys because we don't feel comfortable, and it's not fair. Now I heard one time they said they telling the medical staff, and I had this on one of my shows, that to respect the transgender women, not all of them, but to respect some of them. Don't say vagina, say bonus holes.
I heard that. I heard that.
What's going on? So it's not a vagina. Bonus holes. Y'all just changing all the parts.
Oh my!
It's too much. It's too much. Now we went from cis, not S, instead of SIS. Like this.
It used to be the asshole was the bonus hole, but now
no. It's to respect them.
Oh.
I'm not saying all transgender, but some of them may not want down there called vagina. They want it to be called bonus holes.
See, I see I've been being quiet. If you're born a woman, then the holes aren't bonus. See, that's the thing. They want all these new terms, and they want inclusion, but they want you to have different terms, like either the cis woman or the bonus hole. But if you were born a woman, the holes that you have are the holes that you have. Ain't shit of them bonus. It's only a bonus when they had to chuck you whatever and flip the whatever, and now you got a hole. But if you were born with that hole, ain't shit bonus about it. The other part I didn't understand, how do women not own the periods? Do trans women have periods?
They said somebody said they go through the cycle. I don't know how true it is. I don't want to, but I heard they say they can go through the pain.
How they going through a cycle when they don't have a uterus? How they go through a cycle when we go through a cycle because your egg then went away from the walls and is leaving your body? If you ain't got no walls and you don't produce no eggs, how the hell are you having a cycle? Or are they giving them a fake cycle so that it has the appearance, smell, and whatever of being a bonus hole? I mean, I don't get it.
Can you speak on? There is videos where people are making DIYs videos where they can make their own period. Like there's a girl that's like making this concoction of dye and other stuff to mix it up to look like period blood, and they tie it to the side of the leg, and so they feel like they're having a period, so they can feel like they're women.
Okay, so they're, like I said, so they're making themselves, or they're doing something to make it appear like they have a period, but their body is not coming away from the walls and coming through the bonus hole and coming on out like somebody with God-given holes. You know, it does its natural process every month. So that's why I was saying I didn't understand the part where the woman was saying, "Well, they not how you gonna be the gatekeeper of the period?" What you mean? Y'all have periods too? I don't get it.
Laverne Cox came out. I did an episode this morning. She came out. She was upset. She's saying this got to stop, you know, because transgenders are being attacked now, and they come into the drag queen shows where people are coming with guns and threatening them and stuff. And she was crying, saying, "Please, this has to stop." Yeah, it has to stop. This is a mess.
But I mean, nobody should be wanting to have violence against anybody. But
right.
I don't know.
They don't have violence against nobody. I don't agree to it. You know, whatever they do is what they do. But this stuff gotta stop. It's out of control. I don't know if you were able to see that.
I think that they should be safe. I don't think that anybody should, you know, trying to attack anybody. Yeah. None of that. You know, it's a shame that people can't just be who they are, or, you know, just be who they are. And it just is what it, because it's like, I don't know.
It's a lot involved.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole hell of a lot.
Well, I think was the difference now is women are actually starting to say stuff now, because before, you know, as we mentioned with the bathroom issue, most of the time what I would hear is let everyone be happy and let them live their life and be happy with whatever they're doing. Now, guys, there might have been guys that had some pushback, but then guys would be shamed and said, okay, you're being a bigot, you're being hateful. A lot of women would be like accepting, and that's just the nature of most women. Y'all are more accepting than guys are when it comes to issues like this. And now I just think it's gotten to a point that it seems like it's taking over your world more, and now you're starting to push back. Not saying all you did, but now it's becoming more verbal than ever now. And now it's the voices are louder than they've ever been to push back, because they're taking over your world. They're destroying the value of what a woman is.
Being a woman. It's almost like when one person steals, and then when you go to the Chinese store, all of them follow everybody around the damn store because now all black people steal. Yeah. It's like when you meet a dude, he almost wanting to check to see if you a woman or you a trans woman. That type shit. Like it affects your, you know, just like with the weave. Dudes want to pull your hair to see if it's your real hair, or you got that damn tracks in, because everybody walking around with a head full of weave wigs. That it's like I don't. It's too much. It's overwhelming. It's too much. And I know that it affects people's businesses and things like that. So I think we had even talked about it on the show one time before, but we lost the IAA in Charlotte. Yeah. Because of the bathroom issues. They passed a law here where they could use the bathrooms and they pulled the tournament. They lost millions of dollars because of that shit.
Yeah. And
They
the
came back
All-Star game
later.
was
They
solid.
came back later and changed them bathroom laws, but they still didn't get that CIAA back like that.
Yeah.
People did not want to have a sporting event where transgender, gay, whoever people could be in the bathroom with their children. You know, you in the bathroom and you can't say nothing, you know, whoever's allowed to come wherever, and that's cool, but it's like no level of respect. Like my thing is, I don't have a problem with it. Do what you want to do, what you eat don't make me shit, like whatever. But when what you do starts to affect me and mine, now it's an issue.
Yeah.
What you do in your house, what you do in your car, what you do wherever you at, it's fine. But when you want to bring your shit in the bathroom with my kids or my grandkids or whatever, that's where it becomes to me more of an issue. You know, because now you're pushing your beliefs on other people. You know, everything with them has to seem like it has to always be so damn public, always PDA, it's always about being seen, it seems like. You know, heterosexual people been in love together, whatever, for years, and they do PDA too. But it doesn't seem like it's as bad or it's as much but it just seems like sometimes the community just wants to push buttons sometime. And I know that they have rights. They got rights to be in love, rights to kiss, hug, all of that. But it's like, we all just need to respect each other. Like as the human race, we all just need to respect each other. And sometimes we be so busy with our own agenda that we're not respecting other people in their way of life either. It can't be where one group of people's thing is always more important than everybody else's. When you find that type of imbalance, you're starting to go down a slippery slope.
True. I get that. I totally get that. Well, let me play this other video. This other lady, she's also a content creator, and she agrees with Jess Hilarious. See what your opinion is about what she had to say about the matter.
You know, but here's what I'm gonna say. Yes, I've sent shots to Jess. Is Jess a woman? Jess is 100% a woman. Jess gets thrown shots. Oh, you masculine, you this, just like me. I'm short hair, she's long hair. Okay? Me and her go through the same things. And for some reason, when I see somebody like T.S. Madison or others like her, like Sydney Starr, and they want to say that we hate trans women because we get mistaken for being trans women. No, the fuck we don't. No, the fuck we don't. We don't get upset because we're mistaken for being trans women. The only reason there's a trans woman is because there are men wanting to be women. How the fuck we gonna get mistaken for something that we are? And you know what? We're the real trans women. Because black women embody both masculinity and femininity. We're the only race. We're the only race that can do what both men and women do. We of y'all. Are you fucking delusional? Are you fucking delusional? This is bigger than y'all. This is so big. It is so like it's so fucking ignorant. It's just like another root. It's like another root being embedded. All these blurred lines. When you are a mixture of the both of us, that's the reason why you can float between. That's the reason why our men can float between. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now I fuck with you, but I'm not gonna fuck with this ignorance. And like I said, I'm not exempt from this because I'm a part of the problem too. I sent shots to my fellow black women as well. Hate embodied in the entire message. But what I'm not gonna let y'all do is use it. No. I stand with Jess. I stand with Jess. We're the only bleeders and breeders. We're the only bleeders and we're the only breeders. And without us bleeding and without us breeding, you bitches wouldn't be able to get up and put on a wig. You bitches wouldn't be able to figure out if I want to go get a cup or a D cup. If I want this ass, this shot in my ass. That goes for other races too. Of women who have always thought that black women were just too masculine. You know what? Let me just borrow their features. Let me borrow their lips. Let me borrow their eyes. Let me borrow their extensions or hair or whatever it is that they got. Let me borrow their titties. Let me borrow their waist, their hips. Let me borrow their fucking accent. Let me borrow their men. Everybody want to borrow from black women. Everybody want to borrow from black women. Men, women, and fucking everybody. Don't do that. I fuck with you. And I respect everything that you're doing. But listen, there's a difference. Just like I play a character of Bootsy. Tomorrow I can wake up and say I'm a Bootsy impersonator. They got Elvis impersonators. You're a female impersonator. You are a female impersonator. When they go to bury you, when you go to a doctor's appointment, you gotta check what it is that you are biologically. Just like I have to check. I gotta check who I am biologically. You have a chemical genetic makeup that they look for and how they treat you. Black women can't get prostate cancer. Black women get ovarian cancer. Don't. Black men can't get hysterectomies. Trans women can't get hysterectomies. But women can.
Okay. So yeah, what do you think about Tasha K? That's her name, the content creator, Tasha K. What do you think about what she had to say?
I think she was pretty on point. You know, I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know there's a lot of levels to it. I know there's a lot that I don't know about it. I ain't even going to try to act like, I'm, an aficionado or nothing, because I'm not. It's interesting, though. It's interesting. I still can't believe that they're trying to claim that they bleed too, because somebody's making up something to tape to your leg. Like how the other lady was saying, what's any different between them and somebody that's delusional? Because it's like I don't know. It's crazy. Mm-hmm.
I mean, from what I, just years of thinking about this and hearing people talk about it, being a woman is a feeling, is what pretty much what I understand what they're trying to say. They feel and no one ever can describe what that feeling is, but the feeling is since birth, since teenagers, whatever, adulthood, there's a feeling that they have that makes them a woman. It's nothing physical. that makes them a woman. It's just a feeling, regardless if they have to go get surgery to get this chopped off and this added and this implanted and whatever. It's a feeling. And the pushback I would say is that I don't think it's a feeling. And it seems like also too, if you're going to be a woman, the same thing as if you're going to be a black person, you have to take on all the bad stuff, not just the good stuff that comes with it. Women have to go through some bad things to be women in this world. And I know a lot of women, not women, but the pushback on people who say, well, we're just women. There's no other people out there. There's no trans women. Doesn't matter. What if you weren't born with a uterus? Well, that's a pain that comes with that too. Because when you go and they find out you don't have a uterus or you can't have kids, that's the pain of being a woman too, is you can't have kids. You can't give babies to another man as a wife to a husband. And when they see you can't do that, they know something is wrong with you. They say, oh, you have a disease or you have a defect where you can't have kids.
Yeah, because that used to be the criteria. Kind of like nobody wanted to be a barren woman. Nobody wanted to be a woman that couldn't produce kids. So I think that's why they kind of use that as part of the marker. Like, well, you all can get whatever added or chopped or whatever, but you still don't have the ability to do this.
Yeah.
Or like you said, what about women that that women that are born women, but that have the ability to do that? They're no less of a woman, but it makes them feel that way.
Right.
A lot of times.
Yeah. And I'm saying the ability to have kids or the disability to not have kids. It's not a disability if they can't have kids because they never were created to have kids. Is what I'm saying. Like if a woman can't have kids, that's a disability. It's not a disability if I can't have kids, through a uterus or push them out of a vagina, whatever. That's not a disability for me. That's just how I am. A woman can't have it. That's a disability. If she can have them, that's an ability, natural born ability that she has. No one, carries a man to a doctor and looks. And I wish I could find a video too. If I can find it, I'll post it in here. But there was a guy dressed up as a woman. He was a transgender girl, whatever. And he was complaining that no gynecologist would see him or her, whatever you want to call him. He was saying no gynecologist, he couldn't find one to see him. And he was calling them bigots. And he couldn't believe that the world was like this, to where people would hate on him so bad that a gynecologist would not look. And look at what?
Right. There's no reason for a gynecologist to see you. Like you ain't got no damn coochie. And if you do, it was man-made. Like what you don't have no reproductive. What do you need to see a gynecologist for? That's what I'm saying. And that's why I kind of understand a little bit what the first lady was talking about, Jess was talking about, because she's like about the part about being delusional. It's like you're taking it so far that you feel like a woman. And it's like now you're trying to convince everybody else that you feel like a woman. We all looking at you and can clearly see you a damn man. So what part of that goes past
delusion? Somebody
trying to manipulate you and get you to believe the delusion that they're having.
But that's what people have been saying for like a minute now. But now it just seems like now more women are speaking up about this or speaking against this, because it's now starting to infringe on your beliefs or your rights as a woman or naturally born woman, whatever you want to call it. Now you have to call yourself a cisgender woman. You can't even just call yourself a woman now. Oh, that's hate speech.
It's crazy. The whole part about being jealous is nothing to be jealous of. It's nothing to be jealous of. Y'all trying to be, or y'all are trying to make yourselves into what naturally born women already are. What do naturally born women have to be jealous of? It's like, what is it? I know that what, because you think you're more snatched. Well, you got to be more snatched. You got 5 o'clock shadow if you don't make sure that you know what I'm saying? It's other parts that is, I don't, I think it's crazy to me.
And now, I saw something the other day. The CDC I'm guessing now, from what I'm understanding from reading it, they're trying men who are trying to be women, and they're having, well, they're not having the kids, but they're in a relationship where they have a kid, they have a baby, and they want to be fully women and breastfeed. And so now there is a drug called domperidone that is supposed to help a man lactate, which is a dangerous drug to have a baby suck on with all the chemicals and whatever stuff that's in it, and it could get into the baby system and mess the baby up. But the CDC has made a guidance to how a transgender man is supposed to use that drug to help with the breastfeeding, or never mind, chest feeding. That's what they call it. They're basically encouraging biological men to chest feed infants.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to a point that the shit don't make no sense. Like, y'all know that men don't produce milk, but people are willing to go so far, like, to prove a point almost. You know what I'm saying? That you willing to hurt your kids. I'm saying you're willing to put a bunch of chemicals and shit in your kids, but then again, why would you not be willing to put them in your kids when you're willing to put them in yourself? To change yourself to a woman. I mean, you're willing to do whatever, take estrogen, whatever people have to do. Hormones, this, that, but they're willing to do all types of things to become something that they're not. So I don't know why it would be a stretch that they would be willing to give some type of adaptation of that to their child.
I remember seeing a video. It was this couple. I don't know what kind of. It was on Facebook. It was showing this couple. They both were transgender. Like, the woman was a man and the man was a woman. So they had a baby. I don't know if she had the baby naturally or whatever, or they adopted a baby. But it was a baby, and the transgender woman that was a man and then tried to change to a woman was trying to feed the baby. Now, they didn't even have the drug to try to help them produce any type of milk, but the baby, she put the baby on the chest and was trying to get the baby to latch on, and basically the baby was sucking air or a nipple, basically.
Yeah.
And the baby was starving, which is, I feel like, is a form of child abuse, because what is the baby getting out of? Just to satisfy your mindset, you would let a baby suck on an empty nipple, not get anything from it, just to satisfy your needs. When there's a starving baby that really needs nourishment, but whatever makes you feel good. And it can't always be about, that's the thing, is it can't always be about what just makes you feel good. Because what makes you feel good ain't always right. Heroin makes people feel good. I don't mean you should take it.
That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it gets to the point that, and that's where the one girl was saying, how is this any different than people being fucking delusional?
That's the society we've gotten to, where people's like, well, if it makes you feel good, do it.
No, and I got that part, but I think that's what she was saying today, in that how is it any different that a person believes something that we all know is not fucking true, but they truly believe that shit about themselves, and they're acting it out and walking it out. She's saying, how is this any different? You know that you were not born a woman, but you going through all of these hoop steps and all of this to act out and walk out being a woman. How is that different than being delusional, is what she was saying. Like, you're really trying to make yourself into some shit that you know that you're not, including getting stuff cut, tucked, whatever. Like, how is that not delusional? That's what she's saying. And on some level, it's like, oh, that argument makes some damn sense.
That's where we're at.
If another group of people were, if I would be outside trying to convince somebody that I'm a fucking dog, I'm walking around on all fours, I want to be on a leash, I want to eat out a bowl, I'm lifting my leg up the piss, I'm doing whatever. I'm delusional, and I'm taking it that far. And what she was saying is, how is this any damn different?
Hey, People believing in Carly Russell, that would be delusional, right?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
her. I found a video. Let me show you this other video I was just telling you about.
I'm about to say, is it Jessica Yanvin or something?
Because they need to be checked. You know, I mean, they got to use a fucking speculum. They've got to take a sample, that type of thing, check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you? Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me. You know? My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a heartbeat. Damn. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. I am pretty fucking pissed. You know, it's so hard to find a fucking, like, a gynecologist that can, like, even work with me, you know, and I don't understand it. So, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's
well, if I was a gynecologist, I would be in big fear of my life. That is a big ass woman, dude, whatever.
This is crazy. It's weird. It's crazy. Why does he feel so about the gynecologist not seeing him? Because is that invalidating him as a woman? Because the doctor is saying to you, you ain't no damn woman, basically, and you can't come here? Now it's turned into discrimination because a woman doctor won't see a fucking man.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And that's where the other girl was saying, like, how is this not delusion? You know that you're not a woman, but you want everybody to treat you in such a manner that when people don't, you talking about discrimination, trying to sue some damn body.
Mm-hmm.
When you know that you weren't born that way. I don't know. I don't know.
Because they feel that way. And then other people that don't maybe share our ideals have also validated them and say, oh, you're right. You're right. If you feel that you're a woman, if you feel like putting on a dress automatically makes you a woman, then you are a woman. If you feel that you just change how your voice sounds at any time, then you are a woman. A woman is a feeling. It's not a birthright. And that's what's been, and no one's pushed back. Like, again, we've lost sponsors, tournaments, money, lawsuits and litigation. We lost the Charlotte All-Star game here that one year because of the bathroom laws.
Mm-hmm.
They postponed it for a few years, and then they finally got a new governor in, and he agreed that he would change the laws for the betterment of them, and they brought it back here. They kowtowed to them. They didn't stick by their guns because, well, there's the other thing, money. Money talks. People don't like to lose money, and they see these big businesses sticking their neck out, thinking it's about moral conscience when it's really about finances, then other people follow suit. And other people don't like to be shamed. That's the other people. People don't, they like to follow the trends that everyone else is doing. They don't want to be shamed and called haters and phobics and all stuff like that. When I don't think people are phobics, they just generally don't understand where this pushback is coming from.
There's another one on TikTok too. There's another transgender woman about the gynecology thing too. It's not just that one person.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to go to another country for that. I don't know how that's gonna work. But then again, with the laws how they set up, they probably could easily win a lawsuit like that.
Somebody asked, do transgender women need to undergo screening for cervical cancer?
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't matter.
And then it's crazy when they talking about it in this medical thing, they're calling it the neo vagina.
The new vagina? Well, neo is supposed to be
neo vagina.
Yeah, but I think neo, I think, is supposed to mean new. Or that's one of the definitions for neo.
It says it's asking about whether they undergo transgender women who have undergone gender affirming surgery to create a vagina, and in some cases a cervix, may need to arrange regular cervical screenings. Those who have not had this surgery do not need to attend cervical cancer screenings.
I'm telling you, in the future though, they probably gonna create some damn services for real. They do.
No,
Yeah.
it already says they can already get services.
Mm-hmm.
It says if a transgender woman decides to have gender affirming surgery, this may include the construction of a vagina or a neo-vagina and a cervix or a neo-cervix. People may also refer to this surgery as a vaginoplasty.
I have heard of that. They can have a vaginoplasty or whatever. I've seen the surgeries for that, and that's a lot of pain. The thing is, with those surgeries, it's basically a wound. Not a womb, but a wound. And you know, with a wound, when you get stabbed or you got an open sore or whatever, it's always trying to re-heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up. So they have to do techniques and insert certain things inside of them to keep it open. It don't just stay open. Because they ain't naturally supposed to be there. That's a lot to go through just to try to be a woman, bro. But you know, when people feed the mindset that this is what needs to be done to be a woman, people will go to extra lengths to try to do these type of things. I always say, what happened if none of these surgery was around? What would you do to make yourself feel like a woman then?
Dress up.
Yeah. Well,
same way it was before people started doing these damn surgeries.
Yeah.
Dress up and just dress up.
If there were no breast implants, no butt implants, no fake uteruses or nothing like that, it's like you would just have to look like you look. Maybe put some makeup on, but that's it. You look like Boy George from the 80s, remember him?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I often wonder what he would think about. I don't know what he thinks about all this now. We just said he was feminine back then. That's all we said. We didn't say he was a woman, so there wasn't even a definition.
Hell no, we didn't say he was no woman.
Yeah. We say he might look like one or acted one, but we
acted like one or looked like one, but not that he was one, because he wasn't.
Yeah. And I don't know if he actually wanted to be one. I don't know his history or his issues that maybe he has with this, but he just acted the way he wanted to act, and we was like, oh, okay, he's a very feminine acting man. Okay, fine. We didn't have to call him a woman though. That's, when it starts infringing on the normal language that we use in this country, that's when people start to get upset. Now I think that's why more people are starting to push back on this, especially women. But there was another woman that came out and that was against Jess Hilarious. This one had a lot of choice words. Hold on. I don't know if we can even hear most of it because there's a lot of cursing and stuff back and forth, but let's see if we can stomach it.
Okay.
Keep it a bug. A lot of cisgender women are just unhappy. Let's use the term that they love. A lot of real women are really unhappy. A lot of real women are really unhappy. A lot of real women are really insecure. And a lot of real women are really bothered that trans women really look better than they really do. Since they really want this real word, bitch, you can have it. Girl, you can have it. Girl, it's not my fault that you mistaken my happiness and my femininity as a challenge. Sweetie, when I was identifying how feminine I was and how far I wanted to go and how I wanted my inside to match my outside had nothing to do with you. Okay? Because it seems like y'all only have so much to say when it comes to competition. It really seems like y'all only have so much to say when it comes to tearing somebody else down. Girl, don't nobody want to be you. Girl, don't nobody want to be you. Let's be clear, Miss Thing. A lot of you don't want to be you. Bitch, I speak very frequently and openly about my penis, about the type of sex I have, about the type of men that I'm attracted to. Girl, don't nobody want to be you. Y'all are just mad that people are really out here moving and happy, and y'all are really mad that people are being mistaken for you and getting more respect than you do. That has nothing to do with us. That is not a reason why you should be disrespecting us and trying to make it a big thing. Girl, don't nobody want no period. Don't nobody want no motherfucking kids, because a lot of you hoes don't want no kids. A lot of y'all only having these motherfucking kids to keep a man around. A lot of y'all only having motherfucking kids because you trying to make your mom and daddy happy. A lot of y'all are married or not even married, but the ones that are getting married are motherfucking married to a man that don't respect you, probably beat you, don't give you the compliment, don't treat you like the real woman that you are. So why are you really mad at us? You're not really mad at trans women for considering ourselves women. You're mad because you don't really get respected as the woman that you really were born to be real in. Girl, stop taking all your frustrations and your disrespect down on other people. That has nothing to do with us. Anybody trying to take your place? Girl, the only reason why you feel some type of way is because we look like something. Girl, but at the end of the day, none of us are respected. And I tell y'all all the time, as a trans woman, if I would have known, I would still be a woman. But bitch, if I would have known the things that the difference between being a man and a woman, girl, it sucks being a woman. Girl, do you think a person will really transition to still live a sucky life? People don't respect women. And when you are sexy, bitch, they only look at you as a sex object. Bitch, they fuck y'all ugly ass. Girl, bitch, you not mad at how men look at us, because men fuck anything. Men are out here fucking children and animals. So girl, let's stop making it about what men like or what who trying to fool who. Girl, niggas don't give a fuck. We don't have to fool no motherfucking body. I'm sure some of y'all real women have seen men fuck other real women and be like, ew. We feel the same way. Girl, when I see men that talk to me and I see their baby mamas and their wives and stuff, I be like, ooh, like how you go from that to this? Like, girl, no, you got some money. The caliber of women that y'all fuck are loser. And you bitches will never be shit because you don't care to be shit. You always worried about the wrong thing. You're so worried about what a man like before you motherfucking care about what your children like. You worried about what a man will approve before you will realize what your children approve. You so worried about pleasing a man before you worried about pleasing yourself. Girl, your battle is not with us. Sweetheart. The issue is not between us. Sweetheart. And then you have people in my comments like, oh, you need to change your voice. No, I don't. This is my voice. And this is how you should know I don't have to fool nobody. Bitch, I can go get my Adam's apple shave for $1,100. Bitch, it has never been a big thing of me because I am that comfortable with who I am. I don't need to go get a voice feminizer because, bitch, I'm comfortable in who I am. I never had a problem with my voice. I never had a problem with my motherfucking Adam's apple. I never had a problem with my shoulders. Bitch, I had an issue with how I identified. And then when I identified how I choose to identify and how I felt, now you bitches is mad. When a person is in their truth, you hoes still mad. Some of these hoes will get their dick chopped off and their face pulled down just to be feminine and still unhappy, still clockable. You're not going to ever be happy with society until you're happy with yourself. And once you're happy with yourself, you'll realize you'll never be happy with society because society ain't happy for you. Stupid.
All right. All right. So she appreciates everything Jess Hilarious had to say. Obviously. She's saying women are upset. Women need to fix their attitudes before they even come for the trans community.
Which is crazy because y'all trying to get into our community. Y'all want to be a part of our community. Y'all are trying to identify with our community, but then come in our community and basically tell us how we fucked up. We so fucked up. Why you trying to be a part of us so damn bad? Stay and be a man.
Yeah, it kind of contradicted everything she just said.
I mean, like, really, you know what I'm saying? I get the whole shit about, you know, oh, they just mad because we look like something and we cuter than them. And bitches, ugly women and there's ugly men. There's cute women and there's cute men. There's ugly and cute transgender men and women. So don't make it seem like all transgender women are just so damn gorgeous or got themselves so pulled together, because that's not the fucking truth. And don't make it seem like all, and she wants to keep putting it real woman, because that's the word they want to play with, like all real women are busted, because that ain't the truth either. All of neither one of the situations are anything. You got some good and some bad in all situations, in all groups of people, whether it's gender, race, whatever. No, no group of all people is jacked the hell up like that. It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame. And it's really a shame because, like I said, they quote unquote feel like women and want to identify and rep themselves as women, but you tearing down the same thing that you trying.
Ooh, your voice went down a little bit. Your your voice went down a little bit, Sparky T. Your voice, Sparky, your voice went down. Your voice went down, Sparky. Like your voice. Can you hear? Can you hear me, Sparky? Sparky. Sparky. Yeah. Hey. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Your voice. Yeah, your voice went low. Real low. Yeah, it went real low all of a sudden. I can barely hear you. Yeah, I can hear your voice, but it went really low after a while. They're trying to silence you again. Okay. Well, why she gets that situated. So, again, speaking on this, I think what has really happened is they've infringed a pushback so far now that, women are just getting pissed off at this now. They just don't want to take it anymore, I don't see this happening on the other side.
Disrespectful sometimes. Because they're disrespectful with it sometimes. It's no issue. You want to be a woman, you want to go get your meat cut off, you want to get it tucked up, you want to do all those things, fine. I don't have no issue with it. I don't give a damn what you do with your meat. That's your meat. But you ain't got to be disrespectful to me because you trying to quote unquote kind of get in my spot, or you trying to be in the space that I'm already in. It's no need to be disrespectful. And I don't think there's sometimes that they realize they are disrespectful as hell. They try to make it seem like we just be coming for them. We're disrespectful to them as trans women. But a lot of times they disrespectful as hell to women as a whole.
You know what I would like to know though? What is the percentage of women who transition to try to be men versus men who transition to try to be women? Because I don't think it happens nearly as much on the men's side, because we don't usually, it's rare you hear any woman transition and play sports and infringe on playing sports against men. You rarely ever hear it. I bet you it's probably like 0.2 or something like that. Very low. And you just don't hear it. Like, I don't know. What is the other like there's drag queens. I know they're not quote unquote transgender, but it's like, I don't know, like in the middle somewhere. And then, they go all the way to becoming transgender women, whatever. What is the version of that for men? Whereas a pageant somewhat for men, or somebody parades around and dresses up as a man. I don't know. What's the equal version of that? It's like they get women harder than they do on the other side. I don't hear a lot of transgender men coming out like that. I've seen it, of course, but I don't see it happen a lot. I don't see a lot of women going that far to become men. Not often. Not as much as I see the other way around. I think
that there are a lot of women that do that to become men. I think that there's quite a few, but it doesn't seem like there's beef about it. Like it don't seem like there's beef within the community. It don't seem like biological men have a beef with transgender men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or with women that transition into men, it doesn't seem like biological men have issues with them. It just seemed like it'd be more of a dapping up and shit, do what you do. If you can get it, you can get it kind of thing. As opposed to with women, it seems I don't know if it's because it's turned into a competition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it's definitely a clear cut difference.
Well, you know what I think it is? I think it's support, I think, is one thing. I don't think most guys will support it like women will, the other way around. Like accepting someone transitioning as a woman. I think more women will support that versus a man supporting a woman transitioning as a man. I think that's a huge difference. I do think it happens. Yeah, I've seen it happen. And then secondly, I don't know the whole science behind it, but I think it's harder to transition a woman's parts into a penis, a respectable penis anyway, versus the other way around.
Well, I
If you
think
get
that
what I'm
depends on
saying.
what they take. Like if they take the uterus and incorporate the skin from the cervix or the uterus in there, then they probably would be able to make a respectable part. But
I've always heard it's like a
my
micro
thing
penis.
is, it's like what?
I've always heard when they do that, it's like maybe a micro penis. It's not like a respectable penis.
Well, that's why I said to me, if they just use a vagina tissue, I could see it being. But if they add the cervix tissue, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Then I don't know. My thing is, how do you make it grow?
It's a lot of complicated.
And
They have to worry about
that's what
what.
I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It seems like that would be a lot more that you would like. It's like kind of like what you said. It's like it'd be a lot more complicated process to
Yeah.
make a functional penis as opposed to a neo vagina.
Yeah. And then again, like I said, the sports thing, the strength thing. Yeah, of course they take testosterone and all that, but that's not going to make you great at sports because you got to worry about the bone structure, of course, strength, biochemical makeup, all that thing that comes with it, the tendons, the muscles, all that it comes with being an athletic guy. You don't ever see that happen in male sports. It's very rare, and I haven't heard a successful one that's worked in male sports. I've heard of successful ones, of course, in female sports, and that's where it infringes on y'all a whole lot more than it does for guys. Somebody's transitioning as a woman in sports, it hurts y'all a whole lot more, and that's one of the reasons why I think women have gotten fed up and want to go back at this.
Well, think about it. If you have everything that a man has, all of, like you said, the tendons, to this, to this, to that. You got all of the makeup, but you get a vagina, and now you're a woman. So now you can participate in woman stuff, but you still got the man advantage. If that's the case, then you would have men and women playing
There you
each
go.
other in those sports. Because in the
There you go.
realness, just because that person got a neo vagina is still a man, so you still got men and women playing each other in those sports.
And what advantage
It's a
would a
woman, but
yeah. And what advantage would a transitioning man have in male sports? They wouldn't have any. They'd be at our mercy unless they would take synthetic, some testosterone, whatever like that. But
mhm,
men are not supposed to take testosterone in sports. That's called cheating.
right. You
But
see, somebody alluded to that Bronny had that cardiac arrest because he was on
oh
steroids.
yeah, I saw that. Well, I heard. Well, oh, you heard different than I heard. I've heard people talking about the COVID vaccine. That's what I've heard. People
One of the
mention.
UFC. No, one of the UFC. I just saw it when I was looking at when we were just looking at something else. One
Yeah.
of the, somebody from UFC, one of the UFC fighters came out
Mm-hmm.
and made a statement or made a comment
Okay.
that he probably had it because of steroids. He was probably on steroids or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but I mean that's a interesting theory. But yeah, most things I've been hearing is people like think because he got the COVID thing, and they think maybe that had something to do with him having cardiac arrest. And cardiac arrest, that's bad. Whew. At 18 years old, that is bad. That's way worse than a heart attack. I mean, heart attack, you can, still be conscious and have a heart attack. And then, of course, you can still die from that. But cardiac arrest, you passed out. That's what Michael Jackson died of. He was just knocked out. And you have to get medical assistance within like 1 to 3 minutes, or you're going to leave this earth, or you're going to be, brain dead one. So I'm glad he got the medical assistance he needed. But that's at 18.
He had the cardiac arrest.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he was at the school or at practice or anything, but I'm not sure. Just thinking about what happened to that Buffalo Bills player last year. Where he just passed out. I mean, he got hit in the chest, blunt force trauma, but this kid is playing basketball. And from what I've heard, he didn't get hit or anything. He just
running around.
Yeah. And it's not like, he's the son, and I know it doesn't matter all the time, but he's the son of one of the most genetically gifted athletes that's ever played in any sports. And you would think he would be following the same footsteps.
There you go. Not just that. Well, he does seem like he might be genetically gifted, but I was about to say, you also know that they probably get the best damn care out there. The way that Brown spends $1 million or whatever on his body. What I'm saying? The same people that's coming to the house and this and this and this and that. I'm sure that they probably, are doing whatever for them too. So it really makes you wonder, what, how is that possible, basically?
Yeah. How they didn't catch this.
Yeah. You got to get physicals and stuff before you go to school and play sports and all that kind of shit. The best doctors that y'all must take them to and all of that. Ain't nobody looked at the heart. Listen to the boy's heart. Ain't like, I seem a little.
Okay.
So,
All right. Let's go to this next story. Now, this story. Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you probably heard as a kid, and maybe you even used this as an adult, when you've punished your kids and you've probably heard, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. In this situation, nah. In this situation, I think these people took immense pleasure out of this ass whooping. And sometimes it depends on the gravity of what the kid does. It's like, if he stole a piece of, let's just say, if he ate the last pork chop, well, let me put you back up. Okay, you back over. If he ate the last pork chop of dad, and dad was mad, and then he just went in and beat him for like 30 minutes straight, I'm like, okay, that was excessive. That was a little bit too much, right? And then there's one that was like, if you stole like $100 out his wallet, then I was like, okay. Yeah, you need to add a few more minutes onto that behind whooping, and even tagging the mother, tagging the uncle, tagging a cousin, tagging the neighbors' kids to help out, because the parents' arms are going to get tired after a while. This kid up here, I know your children play video games, right? Have they ever asked you to purchase anything for them? To add to the game? I don't know, like Mind, what is it called?
Roblox.
Roblox,
yeah. They be needing skins or this to the map or this or that, yeah.
Minecraft. What's that other one? I'm trying to think, what's that other game called?
Where it was 100 people on there, they were playing it live, like
something like that, yeah.
Fortnite?
Yep,
yeah.
Fortnite, yeah.
I've seen people spend a lot of money on that, even up to $100 to play that game. And
that's a lot of money? Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they'll put clothes on their characters and stuff. They won't even play the game. They just buy clothes with the character.
They put it into their avatar.
Yeah. So how would you feel if your kid racked up not $100,
Oh,
like $45,000.
Are you
definitely.
talking about the Chinese people that was banging on their kid in the
Oh,
arcade?
they was tearing his. They was like, oh,
Banging is a good word to use. Yes, they banged the mess out of him.
what? But where did he get this money from?
I would have popped him upside his head too.
He
If my
got
kid has spent
he got access to their
45,000
account. He got access to
on
their account. He got
45,000, he spent 45,000, I would have beat his ass out in
call
public,
the
just like they
social
did.
worker. Call the social
Yes,
worker. You
yes, and
gotta go.
I would have whipped him at the police station.
You gotta
Shit,
go.
yeah.
You have call NAACP. Call everybody. You stand them up. And then family come and join it. Now he might be missing. There might be a Carly Lee, Ming Chow, whatever, part 2. He might be.
They didn't even do that much. They didn't even do that much to him. He yelling, but they wasn't. They was pulling on him, and
that probably was part 1. That was part 1.
Yeah, that was part 1 out of a 3-part series. Probably.
$45,000.
45,000. That's why I said he should have. That's more money than some people make in a year.
Yes.
Just spent on a video game.
Biden, call Trump, call everybody.
Nobody had been able to pull me off my child. I would have been beating his ass. Yes, yes. Can you say yes?
Been booking case number 347.
But the judge probably would have sided with you, though.
I'm sorry. 45,000. They must have had money, but that's not the point. That could have been their same. We don't know. They didn't say. They didn't go into details. But he definitely had access to their account. How did he get the money?
Got that card.
Maybe their credit card. Maybe their credit card got a $45,000 limit on it. Because I'll never forget Steven, my youngest son now, he about 19.
What was he
playing?
When
he was about 7, maybe. When he might have got his first iPad, and one of our cards was on there. You know what I'm saying? You set up the iPad, you ain't thinking nothing of it. So his ass was buying. He was just clicking, get it, get. Hello, he racked up hundreds of dollars in the iPad bill. Now, granted, the card came off after that, and wasn't gonna be no more of that shit. But still, you know what I'm saying? That's a couple hundred, about $45,000.
That's a brand new car.
Yeah, nice.
The price is right. That's a brand new car. A nice down payment in the house.
Yeah.
He going, it won't be no.
You see nobody else.
Mama, you see ain't nobody come to help him. You see, ain't nobody come to help him. Other people kind of looked at him and turned back around.
Told him to stop. We told him to. He didn't listen. We told
even
him
the credit card company. But even the credit card company, though, at some point, and I'm assuming it's the credit card company, they should have cut it. Like, you know how you could damn near go out of town and try to swipe your card at a gas station, and they want to cut your card because you in a different state or whatever. Y'all let somebody rack up $45,000. Come on, a credit card charge, which
they must got some A1 credit. You know, I mean, most of the people got a credit.
Probably American Express. Probably American, some kind of unlimited American Express or something like that. So they just spend
about 22, 25, but that's about it. I never heard no credit card going to 45.
Shit, I have. Them American Expresses, some of them shit's got 100, 200, shit like that.
Oh, okay, true.
Hey, yeah, you know, that's out of my league. I know what they have, but I ain't got none of those. One time I did, but I don't have, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I wonder, could they dispute that? Could they?
I was about to, girl, take to get out my head. Because I was sitting there saying, well, if it's a credit card, you know what I'm saying?
My son stole my card. He stole my card. Let him do some jail time.
It's going to depend on whether they already had, if he ever used that card before on that account. Like, if this is the first time that card got on that account,
they want to press charges.
45.
Yeah, if they want to
press, not saying that they're going to press. They'll still take it, even if it's credit card, even if it's fraud. They might, my son put it on there, depending on how old he is. They might be covered, depending on what kind of card it is.
They probably,
Fraudulent charges. Because all they got to say is that they didn't authorize the card, but if he's used the card on that account before in the past, they ain't taking that shit off because they're like, nah, he used this last month. It wasn't that much, but he still used it last month. Y'all, no.
I bet you he used it more than once. Ain't his first time, I bet. But not
No,
not too much.
you don't jump to $45,000 on the first time.
What are you playing?
That's what I'm wondering.
That much for $45,000? Like, I never seen Fortnite. I just heard about it. A bunch of people, they playing together, and they said that it's just crazy. People arguing and almost wanting to fight, and
they do that on any game. Shoot, when they be talking back and forth, they'll yell out racial things and talk about wanting to kill each other on there. And that's kids.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy because you hear your kid be a way different way than you've ever hear them normally. Like when they think you're not around or they think you're not home or whatever, you hear them on them games, you be like, oh, what the hell is that in there? For real.
45.
You're like, is that my kid in there talking? Yeah.
I don't know what. I wish I did know what kind of game this was. This must be a game to like meet Jesus in person if you win the game at the end.
Night of the Fort. It's backwards. Forget about Fortnite. This boy done made up a whole new dimension.
How do you even pay that back at some point? Maybe this is what Carly Russell should get for her punishment. It's like her parents just beat her. Or 45,000's worth of an ass whipping. However long that lasts, I think that's like maybe 2 hours. Or all the people that made those donations, they get a chance to get some licks in.
Yeah, give it back. She needs to work till that bill is paid.
Hey, actually, some countries they do caning.
Oh, did you speak about the young lady that was in Dubai?
No, I didn't speak about her. The one that got arrested for screaming at somebody in an argument. The black girl.
She had a car accident with the car, and in that country, women yelling is a no. She looking at 2 years just for that.
Shorter than I thought she was gonna get. I figured she was gonna get more than that over there.
First they said 2 to 5.
They don't play now. People gotta learn when you go fly to other countries. You gotta learn how their culture and their laws are.
Government should get involved with that. Like, listen, let her pay a fine. Send the girl home. Let her pay a fine. She's banned from ever coming back to Dubai, which I know she would never come back.
I hope not.
Let her pay a fine and send the girl. Let the girl go home. Like you said, mistakes. I know that this is totally different. Maybe she was upset and they're upset is you can't do that over there. But let her pay the fine. Let her pay a fine and send her home. 2 years.
That's just how their country is. We're lackadaisical in some places. Some people may be hard.
Yeah, don't go there. Don't go there.
They always tell me I wouldn't make it over there. They said I got too much mouth.
I walk around with tape on my mouth. Hate them.
Yeah, I'm saying because the way they are, women are to be seen and not heard about a lot of things. Like
it's a lot of rules there. I don't know what.
That's why I said I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. Somebody told me they said your ass would have been stoned to death because you punked me. So that's okay. That's okay.
That's why I said they're lucky. They do that type of stuff over there. They're stoning to death over the smallest infraction.
Certain places they still stone.
Right.
You steal stuff in some places over there. They cut your hand off. Well,
this guy, I forgot what country it was. I don't know if they were East Indian. The daughter wanted to marry a particular gentleman, and they forbid it. And they had him arrested. And when they had a family meeting, she still said, I want to marry this man. And the brother took her head off. He beheaded her.
The hell?
Took her head off. They
it was that serious?
They can do things like that if they feel you are disrespectful.
Yeah, you're gonna bring dishonor to the family and
And
stuff.
he walked to the precinct. I saw the video with her head. He's not gonna get in trouble. As there's something that you are allowed to do that if there's no honor, if you're not listening, if you're being disrespectful. Decapitation.
Well, damn. That's one way to end an engagement.
But that was his sister.
That was his sister. Wow.
His own sister. And the father allowed it. Oh, I'm telling you, people. I don't know. You think about where we are. You better shut up and be happy.
I was about to say that.
Places. And that's why you wonder why people always trying to get here. They always trying to come to America. You know what they going through.
Life ain't sweet. People say life ain't sweet over here. That's what the old girl had to learn. The basketball player, WNBA, Brittany Griner.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the first time somebody just spent all this kind of money either. I'm sitting here because I'm trying to figure out what game the boy was playing. Back in 2014, somebody spent $46,000 on a free-to-play game.
This is the same kid?
Game Award. No, this was a different kid. This was a different kid. That's why I said this was like 10 years ago. Somebody spent $46,000.
They get so addicted to it.
In 2017, the Chinese father was devastated after his son spent all his savings in just 3 months in China. Yeah, because they said that $45,000 that boy spent was out of his parents' savings. They said it was out of his life savings.
See?
Yeah, it didn't say it was on a credit card. They said it was out of their life savings.
I'm here no more.
I said, damn. Yep.
He gotta go. Pack your bags. You have to go.
He ain't packing his bags. He gonna work this thing. Ain't no packing bags. You pack your bags.
The one that I said that had spent the $46,000 back in 2014. They said a 15-year-old spent $50,000 back in 2014 because he bought all on buying gold in the Game of War. The Game of War. He bought $50,000 worth of gold. He said after linking this one the 15-year-old, he linked the credit card to his own iTunes account and then spent thousands of euros on gold in the Game of War. It came out to be 50,000 in American dollars.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Teenage girl finds mom's debit card and spends $64,000.
No love.
In May.
No love, no respect. Wow. Children of the world.
All right, I agree. Ass whipping for a kid. Spend your damn savings. You got to go. Well, before you got paid off first, then you got to go. You're disowned. Stay off these damn games.
Cashing in your insurance policy.
That's crazy.
I'm getting my money.
Well, you know what? That's probably going to be the next story. Somebody's going to try to kill their parents for the life insurance policy and then go play the game.
I know somebody used their insurance policy on something they needed. People are nuts.
Well, speaking of
nuts, they are.
Last story we're going to talk about. This is an opinion piece. This guy, I'm going to tell a little bit about the story. This guy who was best friends, had a male best friend, whatever, not gay, but he had a male best friend. He saw his friend's wife at a club and she was messing around with another guy. Just put it that way. And so he thought the right thing to do, go tell his friend, hey, your wife is not being faithful to you. And when he told his friend proceeded to go find her and killed her. Now he's feeling guilty about telling the friend in the first place because he didn't think his friend was going to do that. So the question, I guess, going with this is now he's regretting. He's saying, I wish I had never told him. I wish I had just kept my business, or kept my mouth shut. And whatever I saw, that's between them. If he finds out on his own, that's on him. And so he's feeling guilty about this. So the thing is, do you think in situations with you guys, if you saw your friend, your female friend or whatever, and she's being, her husband messing around, and I guess it depends on person to person, but you never really know everybody, but fully. But would you go and tell your friend for, something like this could possibly happen? Well, she could confront him and he might kill her, or vice versa. Do you think he was wrong for telling his friend what he saw?
No.
No.
If I see one of my friends people cheating, I'm telling that shit. I'm telling see my people cheating, I'm gonna need you to tell that shit. If you see my person out with somebody, don't sit on that. Tell me. And however people handle it, of course, is up to them. But I wouldn't want my people to not tell me though. I would definitely want them to tell me, and I would tell them.
Yeah.
And I would hope like hell nothing happens, but I still would tell them. Because if somebody is gonna do something to somebody, that's already in them. That's in them as a person, that you're willing to do whatever to your significant other, your ex, or whoever. That's just embedded in you. So whether you did it based off of this or you did it based off of something else that pushed you over that line, you were probably kind of moving in that direction. So I think that no, I wouldn't tell my friend because something could happen. No, I'm telling them. I'm telling them.
What about you, Preezy? You tell them?
I'm definitely giving hints like Scooby-Doo Mystery.
Taking pictures, videos.
I'm going to give you a hint that it's going to make you know what I'm talking about. That's for sure.
I think I understand where he's coming from.
Tell me.
Yeah. You want to know.
Don't hide nothing like that. If you're my true friend, if you're my true friend like Giggles is my true friend, I would be upset if she didn't tell me.
Yeah.
That, you see me with this guy, I'm with him and you saw him with somebody else. You my peoples at the end of the day, because you can't call everybody your peoples. But that's my peoples. And if she knows, I'm going to be upset with her for not telling me, because I would rather know.
Yeah. And I get it.
Okay, nobody though. I mean, I ain't doing nothing like that, but I want to know. I would want to know. And I would tell her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I probably wouldn't come out, but I'd be like, I saw Jarrell the other day. Give her one of these big eyeballs like Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
And she would know what I'm talking. She would know. Yeah, I seen him the other day. Mm-hmm. Once you do that, she already know. Oh, word. She's gonna know. So yeah, I would tell.
Even though that might mean, and I'm not,
Well, no, you gotta know your friend's temperament. Sometimes maybe it's good to know their temperament, but do you really know the person 100%? Because people snap.
Yeah, that's a different situation that most people aren't in.
Quietest person in the world, and you done killed everybody in the house. Why you killed them? Because they was home. You know what I mean? So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
It's really a catch-22.
So you said she would know, Breezy. What would you do if she knew and then she asked you, what was he doing when you seen him? Would you tell it then? Like if she asked you blatantly, if you told her you seen Daryl, girl,
the girl code that me and her have, I'll be like, I'll be like,
still telling.
Yeah, I'll be like, ask him where he was. I'll throw a hint like that. I saw Donnell at the record store. You should ask him how his day was. I would give a hint. Just ask him how, Breezy saw you at the record store today. And he'd probably like, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
but if you think, okay, let's just put it this way. Telling him, he told his homeboy what happened. And he's got remorse now because not only his homeboy. They're not friends anymore, and I'll show the his conversation in a minute. So he lost one of his friends, who's now in prison for life.
Wow.
His wife got killed, and I'm not sure if they had kids or not, but they potentially lost both parents.
Wow.
You have to think about those things too. I get what you guys are saying. Right. Would there be possibly anything else you would say with that? Because like, hey, it's not worth it. Move on to something else, or just be silent about it. Either way, because you don't know a person's temperament because
you don't
go through that.
People snap. I don't know. Some people say drink water and mind my business. Maybe there's things you might, and 9 times out of 10, I think people in reality kind of know when their partner is out there. They know, and they kind of know. But when somebody tells you, it might be a different a different feeling, and maybe he felt embarrassed because he probably knew she was out there. But you gotta know your people's temperament too. Like, I think we all know our friends who have the tempers, who would really go off, because there's certain things, certain friends you really can't tell things to. You can be like, I can't tell her nothing because she gonna go off. She gonna go in. So I know my best friend's temperament. I know that she's not gonna do that because she has too much to lose. But then again, would I think that she would kill him? I don't know. Maybe that's why people don't say nothing, because they don't know people's temperament. They don't know how far you would go.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's best to be quiet and let them find out on their own.
Okay. Let me put this guy's conversation on the screen right quick and see what he had to say. That's a
terrible situation. That's terrible.
Okay. So, all right. This is the guy here. And he's like, she never sees me. Guess what? Guess she was too engulfed in her good time, but I'm able to snap a pic once the light hit her. Send it to my homie like, did you know about this? Next morning, I see all kinds of rest in peace posts from people we went to high school with. He killed her and is doing life. And let's see. I feel bad for her. She didn't deserve what came. I never saw that side of him. None of us in our friend group did. Y'all have babies. See, they had kids. Y'all have babies by people. Oh, never mind. That's something else. Y'all have babies by people and you swear you didn't know what they were like, but I'm supposed to know he's capable of what he did. See, I'm not friends with him anymore because he's doing life. I can't talk to him. I'm human enough to miss my friend. Last time I talked to him, he told me he loved me and he's sorry. That was it. No other thing was said. Her family never blamed me. Nobody tried to slide on me. And what people got going on is their business. When they find out is when they find out. I dealt with guilt for a while, like it was because I said something. He felt embarrassed because I seen it.
Right.
I don't know. None of us knew he had that other side in him. I learned never to speak on a woman's infidelity when I was in the club one night. And section, okay, this is the beginning part. I skipped it ahead on it. Okay, well, this is what was happening in the club that night. She was draped over a guy, rubbing on him, standing on the couch. And it was his homie's wife. So this is the beginning part. I got it out of order. Okay. Yeah, I missed these things that have at the beginning. So yeah, basically that. Yeah, he saw and he's feeling remorse now because of everything that was lost because he told his friend the truth of what happened.
Maybe that was her friend. Is it 100% proof that she was cheating? Maybe that was her homeboy that she was just playing with. They joking around. They drunk.
That's even worse.
Jump to conclusions now. You know what I mean? He could have jumped to conclusions. That's why people probably mind their business. They don't say anything because who's to say who that person was?
Well, that's probably viewed to him as cheating too, just being all over a guy, or whatever. So they didn't have to have sex to be cheating to him, probably.
They had problems for you enough to get that angry to kill her. It wasn't the first time. I don't know, but to take her life, come on.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there were issues way before that, but he didn't know about. But he feels extremely guilty about it. Now he's saying, if people just find out, they find out. Right. He's just going to keep his nose out of it because, like I said, 2 people lost their lives. Well, in another way, he's in prison for life. She lost her life. Wow. She's dead. I don't know if they had kids, but if that's the case, then more than 2 people lost some a healthy life, basically.
That's crazy.
So now
I would still tell it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it just depends on who you know. You don't really know.
But like you said, though, like y'all both said, you got to know your friends though, because everybody know they got that crazy ass friend that, like you said, that ain't the one to tell, because you know that they gonna react. But even if I had that crazy friend and seen they man cheating on them, I'm probably still telling it, because you know what I'm saying. My thing is to her. She's my friend. So I'm gonna have my allegiance to her, and I would let it be known. But if he knew that he had a crazy girlfriend, I probably would have went up to him in the spot and been like, "Now you know your chick crazy. Why is you out here doing this shit?" But you know I'm telling it, and probably would have walked off, like for real. Like if it was my friend and she was crazy like that, dude, you know you got a crazy woman. So when I seen him with somebody, I would have been like, "Dude, now you know your girl crazy. Why you even gonna try her like this?" Or something like that. Yeah, I would have let him know, nigga, I see you. So I hope you know I see you, and we both know that you got a crazy girlfriend. So I don't even know why you did this one. But yeah, I would not tell my girlfriend though, because I wouldn't want to have my girlfriend out here thinking that this dude is being true to her, you know, all of this and all of that, and now, you know, she picking her face up off the floor because he was cheating. Granted, I'm not telling her because I'm hoping that she gonna go out there and kill the dude. You know, I don't want that to be the outcome, but of course, me not thinking that my friend gonna kill no damn body, you know, because he's cheating or whatever. Yeah, I would have told it.
Like,
what kind of friend would you be to not tell it? That's all I don't
That's
understand.
what I'm saying. That's why the whole thing about people acting like, well, I just mind my business. Well, shit. I mean, what you don't need enemies if you got friends like that. If somebody is truly your friend and they see your people out with somebody else and they don't tell you, that's not your friend. Not your real friend.
like, that's true. That's what I'm saying. You know, friend.
I would say too, maybe if you did tell him and you think he might be a hothead, maybe go with him to make sure he don't kill nobody. You know, support him. That's emotional support. Like, hey, dude, calm down. You don't want to lose everything because of what this girl did. You're better off without her. Don't kill nobody. Don't attack her, because you can go to prison for that too.
Yeah, but then he sent a pic too.
Yeah.
So it ain't just like you just told it. You sent a pic, so now you gave him a visual.
Right.
So now he got to keep looking at it in his phone over and over and over and over and over, all the way till he see her ass. So even where he was mad by you giving him that visual, you took that to another place.
Maybe
you took that to a whole nother place. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have sent the vid. I probably would have told it, and I would have had the vid, so that way, if it ever came to no, that wasn't me or I didn't do it. Oh, hold on, you lie. I got my receipts. But off the front, I probably wouldn't have just sent the vid like that. I think that's the part that made it almost too much, because now they got to keep reliving it over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta see something big. I gotta hold
What's
on.
that?
Hold on. I gotta see this. Hold on.
What's that? Oh.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Gig, I got a question. You my best friend. If you saw my man cheating on me, would you tell me?
You damn right. I'm gonna have pictures, video, everything. You don't say that. I don't know about you, and you know this, man. You ain't doing that.
I just wanted to make sure. You know, I'm on the show, but I had to ask.
I ain't playing, and you better tell me, because he gonna get bopped in the head too. We gonna have a speed knot.
Both of y'all going to jail. Okay.
Going to jail. I ain't going to jail. Thank you, Gig. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she put
you. That's why I was like, yeah, you got to tell it.
She put you in there like, we both going to hit him inside the head. Both of us.
Listen,
right, Preezy?
No, I worked.
Where'd you go, Preezy?
Going to jail. I ain't going that far now.
Both of us taking shots. It's your turn. Shoot him in the knee. I'll shoot him in the knee. You shoot the left one, I get the right one. So it's not attempted murder.
your true friend, she should tell you. She should tell you. If they're your true friend, they should tell you.
What if you
It
didn't?
made me wonder how close they were. It made me wonder how close these two guys were. Because even when he said, well, we're not friends anymore because he's doing a life bid, well, shit, I got people in jail. That don't mean I ain't friends with them no damn more.
Right. What if you knew he was a hothead, though? Or she was a hothead, would you tell?
A hothead to the point I think he would do harm or she would do harm?
That is a possibility she might kill. Like, you hear people say, hey, man, if I ever caught my man shooting, I would kill him. I cut his dick off right now if I caught him. What you got to tell me?
Well, never mind about the story I was going to tell you because first 48. No, when it's like that, no, I don't think I would say anything. If I know that they're going to harm the person, no. That's a total different scenario now. Especially if I've seen you in action before. First of all, I would tell a person, run, save yourself. Because this type of person, it will harm you. No. If I knew that you were aggressive like that, no. If I knew that gig would I'm gonna do this, so she's just talking now, joking, but she's not like that. But then again, people snap. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people who have snapped, you never thought that they would do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta know a certain type. You gotta know your friend. You really gotta know. So if I felt Gig would really do harm to him, I don't know. I would be like, Gig, he's not worth it. Don't do that. Don't lose your life over anybody. They're not worth it. And maybe you could calm that person down.
Okay.
It all depends on the individual.
It's true. Yeah, I say it's a case by case position to be put in, whether you're going to tell that person or not.
And it's definitely case by case too, because if they go and do something to that person, now you didn't told it. Now you got yourself could be possibly in a situation because the information that you gave is what led to this person dying.
Right. If I was him, I don't even think I would have posted that.
Right.
I wouldn't have put up that story that I was the one who sent the picture and I was the one who told him that she was cheating. I would not have done that.
Yeah, because it's like even if you don't have no criminal liability, like you might have some civil. I can see her people trying to come after you or something like, oh, were you the reason why she dead?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But doesn't mean that they're not going to.
That's why I said. He might not be criminally liable, but
they building up.
He just put it out everywhere. Yeah. He didn't just put himself on the hook.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But you know what? When people get in their feelings and emotions, he feeling regretful or whatever. People don't want to say lose their common sense, but they don't think all the way through. Like he didn't think that all the way through about posting it online like that. He was just being sincere and vulnerable. Not thinking about what somebody could do if they were calculating or whatever.
Yeah. Or trying to take the blame off of him, even though the family said they didn't blame him, but he probably still feels, a slither
maybe he wasn't the only one that saw her. There could have been other people that seen her too.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
That don't mean them other ones sent a picture or video though.
Right. They probably didn't do all of that.
All right.
But they had. I hope the guys were relatively close. If you taking pictures or videos of somebody girl and sending it to them, I hope it ain't just no acquaintance.
Right.
Okay.
That's a deep story. That's deep.
Yeah, it is. It's real deep. It's real deep. That's terrible.
All right, guys. We're gonna go in the last part of the show. The deepest thought. Take a look and just enjoy what you see. Uh-oh. Well, can't enjoy it because it just disappeared on me. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can put it back up because it just disappeared on me all of a sudden. Let's see.
Lord, I hope that thing didn't start.
All I could say was, "Oh God."
Ball juice everywhere. I really hope that thing did not start for him.
Yeah, 'cause that
Big
would
red
have been terrible.
stuff. Big red stuff.
Red stuck.
Yeah, stuck on the beach.
That's funny. You know, he don't get stuck that often.
I know, right?
At least he's stuck on the beach, though.
He's frozen on the beach.
Well, I guess that's the end of our show. No, sir.
That, that's the deepest thought.
Right. All right, Preezy. Well, it was good having you on the show this
Yes,
week. No, sir.
yes. Nice seeing you again. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. He done clicked out, so he'll probably click back in. We'd like
Yeah.
to thank everybody for joining us and listening and
Yes.
watching.
Yes.
Make sure you
Come
come back next Thursday
next
and
Thursday.
get you some hostile therapy at the same
Yes.
time, same place. We'll be
There
on
you
at
go.
7 o'clock.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right, I guess my signal had cut off on me, but that was pretty much the end of the show, guys. So, Breezy and Sparky T, thanks for coming on the show. Don't know what happened, technical difficulties, computer just shut off, but appreciate everybody for coming on the show. Get some hostile therapy, not because you want it, but because you need it. And we will be back next week, Thursday, 7 o'clock. And hope to see you then. Enjoy your nights. Peace.